Hi everyone, I am M. Purnima Devi, working as an assistant professor under AIML department in SNS College of Technology. Today I am going to discuss about full stack AI AI tools. Introduction. So with the introduction of different AI tools, their potential usage has improved in a short period of time significantly across numerous industries. The new AI tools are changing the way we work, streamlining modern tasks. Teaching and education is one such area where capabilities of AI have been under discussion even more before the recent development in capabilities of generative AI tools. This guide aims to provide guidance for teachers to utilize a selected set of the new AI tools using concrete examples in four different application of areas. So exercise generation. ChatGPT as a course material translation to reviewing course content and generation of course introduction videos. The presented approaches used to help you to form a better understanding of different ways to integrate AI into your study material creation workflow. So introduction. They should also help you to form a better understanding of the possibilities and limitations of these new AI tools. The performance of the prompt presented in example varies, and we encourage you to look through the provided examples with a thought to see the value and shortcomings of the presented approaches. ChatGPT and DAL.E have been chosen as the AI tools to experiment with the presented AI approaches. ChatGPT has shown a multitude of capabilities as a text generation tool. LWM plus 23. DAL.E has shown its capabilities as a tool that can convert given text to images. So GPGM23, which makes it easier to fit into the designed workflow. New generative AI models and applications are emerging rapidly. Even though we are focusing on ChatGPT and DAL.E, most of the approaches presented in this guide could also be applicable to other AI models. So introduction. So additionally, most of the ethical consideration and other open questions SWVN23 about AI generated content example regarding intellectual property have been excluded from this guide. You can look into the guideline published by UNESCO for generative AI in education and research. This guide is structured in a way that you can dive in with or without a technical background. More technically experienced teachers can find additional information in the sections marked with which more efficient tools and workflows are presented that can speed up the process of working with the AI. If you are not interested in a more technical approach, you can skip these sections without missing anything vital. Overview of ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is an LLM developed by OpenAI and released on November 30, 2022. ChatGPT is a generative pre-trained transformer that is based on the transformer architecture. It is trained on a vast pool of text data and is able to make predictions in a self-supervised way. BCE plus 23. The ChatGPT exhibits many aspects of intelligence and can produce very human like text BCE plus 23. However, it is important to understand that ChatGPT does not have consequences. Also, while one can say that ChatGPT can be immensely helpful in certain tasks, it can and also will generate text that a human perceives as false or misleading. Such situations are termed as hallucinations due to their inclination to appear as logical or consistent with the factual reductions. So below we have provided a summary that list of different aspects about ChatGPT. How ChatGPT memory works. Often new users of ChatGPT misunderstand how ChatGPT's memory works. Here are some important points that help you to avoid common mistakes with ChatGPT. ChatGPT only remembers previous messages in the same message thread. This means that it does not remember or know conversations in other message threads. This also means that ChatGPT can give totally different answer to the same question in a different thread. Context size is measured in tokens. A single token is a word or part of a word. The context size for ChatGPT 3.5 Turbo is 4097 tokens, and for ChatGPT 4 8,192 tokens. Additionally, there are also large versions available for developers through API application programming interface. The larger version of GPT 3.5 memory is around 16,000 tokens, and the large model of GPT-4 supports up to around 32,000 tokens. If the context size is exceeded, ChatGPT forgets part of the message thread starting from the beginning. ChatGPT also does not notify the user in any way when the context is exceeded in a long message thread. In individual messages, it can warn if the maximum amount of token is reached. Token usage depends also on the written language. For example, voice of Finland is 3 tokens. Voice of Finland, while its literal translation is human and comprises 6 tokens. So woman, so Annie. So the difference in token size is mainly because of the special characters in Finnish alphabet A, O, A, as well as the structural differences between Finnish and English. So limitations. So below are some of the drawbacks of limitations of ChatGPT. The majority of ChatGPT training data has been written in English, so its preference may not be as good with other languages. ChatGPT has a tendency to hallucinate. This means it may produce very convincing sounding false text. They also perpetuate stereotypes. There are big differences between language models. So GPT-4 overperforms GPT 3.5. It most takes with a significant margin. Open 23. So how will ChatGPT can perform on a task might be dependent also on the topic and the clarity of the prompt. For example, we have mainly tested approaches in this guidebook with educational material related to computer science. Performance might differ from other topics. ChatGPT or any other large language model is not deterministic. So general observations, where there is a next in images, next text inside the images is often not meaningful or is misspelled. So we observe this often in the generated images. Prompts or descriptions given to DAL.E2 should be as simple as possible. It did not generate good enough images with academic scientific wordings. Using specific drawing styles like oil painting, retro, urban, etc. in the prompt can tailor the image to better fit your expectations. Note: during our research, the DAL.E2 version was it used. However, as the publication of this guide, November 2023, DAL.E3, which is integrated with the GPT-4 capabilities, has been released 7. Therefore, some of the A4 mentioned limitations observations may no longer needed. So, thank you.